All right, this is our first rice trader video series. As the world changes, so does the rice trader. And so we're going to start summarizing the weekly TRT just to help out our clients, and especially those who just want a quick snapshot of the market. So with that, let me just kind of go through some of the key points this week. As we've talked to the trade, I think the key issue probably is this first quarter was just so slow. In fact, near record when you look at the data. And you can see that in table 3. Even with some adjustments and heavy early second quarter trade, we're down about 600,000 tons from last year. It's great. And the worst first quarter in many, many years. The contrast, that is probably the second point. We see heavy trade into the second quarter. A lot of people are in Indonesia and in the Philippines this week. There's talk of another large deal being done in Indonesia. A lot of interest for another 250,000 to 500,000 tons. This is offset by a little slowness in Africa. And again, we've seen this already from early trade being just so slow. And so the question really is to a lot of the trade, how strong is the second quarter? Many people think it's extremely strong and it's going to wash out this first quarter issue. And others say, look, you got to watch the slower trade in Africa. But right now, the talk of the world is really what's happening in Indonesia. And of course, how much will the Philippines buy? I know the budget has been set at 6.1 billion pesos. So there definitely is the ability for them to take in large quantities. And this is direct trade, not gray trade. Outside of that, let's kind of move to the origin markets. I think all of the origins following the destination. Everybody's excited about the trade, a little concerned about less Chinese demand, less African demand, but very excited about Indonesia and the Philippines. And that goes from Thailand, Vietnam, Pakistan, India, really. Everything is looking very similar. In the US, it's a bit more complicated. There's a new farm bill we'll talk about in this TRT. There's the obvious politics going on between China and the US, a bit of a trade war going on. And prices in the futures market have been dramatically up the last few days, even going over 13 bucks a hundredweight, with a larger crop than last year. So those are kind of the factors that are happening. The coming week should show some interesting price movement, and again, this competition between demand and catching up with the slower early season demand. Besides that, I think we pretty much covered the bulk of the key points. And one wants to watch oil as well. So the last note, there is talk of it going to 100. It's already at $67 a barrel, which is very expensive. Looking at the historic chart, needs to be watched very close. And of course, as always, politics is key. So with that, we're going to end kind of the video summary of the TRT and key points, and we look forward to seeing you next week.